I'm Ian. Today we're going to be talking about honoring our feet.
Our feet carry us wherever we need to go, and they keep us balanced, but they're unappreciated.
So let's talk about what makes them happy. After a long walk, many people complain about tired feet. Why is that?
The only real common injuries, if anything, is going to be foot pain, and a lot of that is caused by wearing improper shoes.
If you're wearing a shoe that doesn't properly support your feet and your lower legs, is the potential for injury, particularly if you're doing quite a bit of activity. If a shoe doesn't protect your arches or properly support your arches or properly support your lower legs, you may end up having some injuries such as plantar fasciitis, which is a discomfort in the foot where ligaments have been stretched too much. That's actually the most common injury that we see, and it's often from unsupportive shoes or people starting too quickly.
What do we need to look for when we buy new shoes?
Okay, so if we were to look at a couple shoes that show that are built for different foot types. This one, for example, is built for someone who has a relatively flat foot. Tends to have a little bit more material through the middle, a little bit wider base, particularly in the heel. This one additionally has what we call a medial post, which is a denser section of midsole material underneath the arch area, so that when the arch collapses down, then that portion of the shoe adds additional support. And if you were to take a shoe like that, again, this is for someone with a relatively flat foot, versus something like this, which is really for somebody with a little bit higher arch. And you can see just by looking at the bottom, and these are from the same company, but just by looking at the bottom, you can see how this is more carved out through the midfoot. It does not have that additional medial post, so it does not have that additional arch support, because the customer who needs a shoe such as this, their arch is already pretty high. And then if we were to go a little further and take a shoe like this, which has very little support, much lighter, much more flexible, but this is really a good shoe for someone who has a very, very biomechanically efficient form, doesn't need any kind of support, just wants some kind of protection against the road.
The most ignored are the foot muscles. I think that we just get used to having flat arches and weak feet, and what we're doing is getting more supportive shoes. And I think that getting more supportive shoes is great if you have a foot imbalance or foot pain, but I think it also serves as a crutch, and over time your foot muscles may get weaker and weaker. So strengthening your arch muscles is a really good idea if you're going to be walking regularly. You can write the alphabet with your foot. So you keep your heel fixed on the ground, and then you can just write the whole alphabet. That really uses your arch muscles. You can do toe curls up and down both ways. You can walk on your toes and walk on your heels, and all those are great foot exercises.
Go to www.thelodge-rhd.org. Hit the Step It Up tab and click on Step It Up Members. If you haven't done so already, you will be asked to register with Rendezvous, where Step It Up has its own interactive group. Here you can download handouts, get the latest information, and view the weekly videos. This week's handouts are the Shoe Guide, Ace Your Lacing, Socks, Cold Weather Walking, and Hot Weather Walking. Today we will be increasing the number of daily steps on the days that you exercise with 700 to 7,500 steps. Try to exercise 2 to 3 days a week. On the other days, try to reach at least 6,000 steps. Keep on writing down your progress in your journal. This will largely determine how successful you will be. And now, the tip of the week.
Get up from whatever you are doing and walk the full perimeter of the office or the house every 90 minutes.
There you have it.